Do you know what one of the most painful things about presentations is? It's watching presentations where people literally read from the screen, or they read super slowly from the screen as well, which drives me absolutely bonkers. So why do people still do this? I really don't understand why people think that this is going to be effective. And of course, I actually do know the reason why. It's because they were too lazy to actually prepare the presentation properly. They decided that, you know what, it's easier if I just write everything out and then just read it all so I don't forget anything. But that doesn't help because people can read way faster than you can speak. As soon as those words show up on the screen, people have read it already. They've read it within a few seconds, and so while you're talking, they're like, oh, okay, well, what is the point of all this? So if you put the words on the screen, that's okay, but don't read them word for word. Do something about that. Explain it in more detail. Have more examples. Maybe what you put on the screen and what people are going to read is just the basic idea. Then you go and start explaining and talking about that idea to fill in the gaps. Which is why I always recommend that you use keywords on your slides instead. Use keywords on those slides so that people can just get a sense of what you're going to talk about. Sure, you can use short phrases and short sentences, but then just kind of talk around that. The great benefit of doing it that way, though, is that if you forget something, it's not a big deal because nobody's going to know. But if you have something on your slide and you forget to read it or you read it wrong or something like that, that takes away from people's experience of the presentation. It takes them out of that moment because they realize that you made a mistake. If they see a typo, that's something that can happen as well. It takes them out of that moment where they're distracted now. They're not listening to you anymore. So avoid the mistake of constantly using slides that have all of the text on there, of giving presentations where people can just read everything themselves. They don't really need you to do it. Avoid that. Give presentations that are engaging and dynamic by understanding your audience, by, of course, realizing that you can put things up on there, no problem, but offer something of more value so that your audience will get something from it and be engaged with you the entire presentation. If you have any other questions about presentations and messaging on your presentations, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I look forward to answering those and getting to know you better. And be sure to like and subscribe, of course.